Hello everyone, welcome. We're doing another Division Resurgence video today. I'm taking you into the Dark Zone. I'm going to talk you through exactly how the Dark Zone works by showing you some full gameplay, unedited, and a full run. Love the Dark Zone on Resurgence. It's one of my favorite activities, and you're going to see why it is so good. Now, before we get going, I just want to give a thank you to Ubisoft for sponsoring the video. As there's a link down in the description. If you guys haven't got the Division Resurgence yet, it's a free-to-play game. There's a link down there to go and download it, so go and check it out. And I'm covering a ton of content on this game, and yeah, it's all in the video description and a link playlist to Resurgence if you want to watch any other videos. We got a lot of guides and things like that. So today, specifically the Dark Zone, and we're going to have a look at what to expect from the Dark Zone in Resurgence. So if we bring up the activities, we can see Dark Zone here. Now the Dark Zone's available right away when you start playing the game. You can farm this as soon as you go. It might be a little bit difficult when you first start the game. For example, I went in quite early and couldn't take out an open world boss. It was next to impossible. However, when I leveled up a little bit, I could. We will be killing open world or Dark Zone bosses in this video. Don't you worry. So it's a PvPvE activity. Matchmaking up to 20 players, solo or team-based, and it's normalized PvP attributes when it comes to your build. Now, I highly recommend progressing in the game, as it were, until you reach level 20 to get the full benefits of the Dark Zone. It will scale as you level up, increasing the rewards, but also at level 20, you get targeted loot. So before level 20, you won't be able to do this. You can basically go here, and there's some skill mod sets, and you're able to target mods for your skills and specialization, which is quite good. So I've currently got something targeted there. All this means is that it's got a better chance of dropping for me while I'm in the Dark Zone and I am looting. I can team matchmake here if I want to. I can invite people here if I want to. I can solo start, which is what we're going to do today. And if I just remove my cam just for a moment, you can see your Dark Zone currencies as well. We've got about Dark Zone and about Dark Zone. We can just click. We've got Dark Zone intel is obtained upon completing Dark Zone sessions. You can use them within the Dark Zone in exchange for various benefits. And then you also have Dark Zone credits, which are obtained upon completing Dark Zone sessions, and you can use them at the Dark Zone vendor at the base of operations to purchase exclusive Dark Zone rewards. So you'll be getting these credits as you go, one to spend in the Dark Zone while you're playing, and then one to spend outside the Dark Zone at the vendor once you come out. So successful runs, you're going to be building these credits up, but they do have caps, so you're going to want to make sure that you use them. And if you want the in-game tutorial, you can always click on the eye up here, which is going to talk you through exactly what the Dark Zone is. Now, I'm not going to read through all of this, but basically, you got 20 minutes in a game. You've got to get out within that 20 minutes. Any loot you pick up is going to be contaminated. If you die, you'll drop most of your loot, so you don't want to die. And if you don't extract, you're not going to have any of it, so you need to get it extracted. It talks about extractions and how they work. Basically, you call in a chopper, you hook your loot onto it, you get your loot out, and then you can keep on farming if you want, if you still got time, or you can get yourself out as well. Talks about the extraction zone and the procedure, and then claiming extracted loot. Will show you that at the end of this run now, but you've got to go to your base of operations to your stash share to claim it. And it talks about going rogue and the potential of other rogue players, which if you played the Division or the Division 2, you know exactly what that means. So we're going to go into the Dark Zone now, and we're going to talk you through a run from start to finish, and hopefully get some good loot. So here we are in. If I bring up my map, we can see where we've spawned. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is just the Dark Zone map, because there's loads of things we can focus on here. The contaminated areas, as you go in there, your filter will start charging up a percentage, and you'll have so much time in contaminated areas to gather loot outside of them. We've got extraction points as well, and we've got landmarks also. So these little red icons here are landmarks. We can go and take on some of these landmarks and some of these enemies to get more rewards, and you can see the big enemy there. This is a DZ leader. They're going to have some very big loot on them. He's the closest one to us, so he's going to be the first one that we're going to track, and we're going to aim to take down to go and see if we can get some good loot. That's going to be our first task. We'll try and get some loot off him. We'll try and hit one of these contaminated zones or two, and we'll try and do a landmark also if we can, and we'll see what loot that we can get. Again, now these DZ leaders are quite rough when you're early level. But once you've leveled up a little bit, they do become easier. And as you're running through the Dark Zone, you just want to keep your eyes open for any sort of loot like this, because we're currently running through one of those contaminated areas. Notice on my health bar there, if I just get my cursor, how it's charging up. You need to watch that when you go through these contaminated areas, because once that reaches maximum, I'm guessing it's going to kill you or start taking your health. Okay, so the Dark Zone leader is just in front of us. You're going to want to make sure you have plenty of cover when you take these on. This looks like a good area to take on a leader, to be honest with you. We've got a lot of vehicles if needed to pull back on, and they're just round the corner by the looks of it. Every time I've taken on a leader as well, something's come behind me to try and ruin the day. Notice the go rogue marker at the top of the screen as well, by the way. If I see a player here, I can go rogue. I can also just hold down on my D-pad because I'm using controller and go rogue that way as well. But we don't want to do that right now. We just want to take on this Dark Zone leader. I'm going to use my skills, and we're going to do it from afar. Luckily enough, some of these enemies are weak to the weapon that I'm using, which is good. It means I can kill them quite quickly. And you'll know who the leader is because he'll be named. So Kip. Kip is the guy who's the leader. He's going to drop the good loot. It's also going to do the most damage to me. I'm going to run back a little bit because he seems to be flanking there.
Serious trauma detected.
Took a med kit already.
Serious trauma detected. Signature ability ready. Serious trauma detected.
Another med kit. We should be okay though. He's nearly dead. Kinda want to wait for him to reload. Which is now. And watch our sniper in the distance as well. He's going to hurt a lot. Gonna pull back just a little bit. We're getting a little bit flanked over there.
Serious trauma detected.
Another medkit to use. We do have our specialization we could take advantage of too. There we go. Leader's gone. So now it's just his minions left. These will go down a lot easier. Proper focused on that one. He's all for the light-hearted. All for the light-hearted. He dropped us some purple gear though, which I'm happy about. And we got that sniper there. Picked up that loot. I got auto loot on, which is... Oh, still someone else. There we go. Enemy leader done. Collect all that loot. There'll be a chest to loot as well. This takes ages. So the boss loot to open. Look how long this takes. Imagine doing this while players are watching you and they go rogue on you. You could proper rat people on this. But this is going to be some good loot as well when we open this. And right next door to us, I think we've got another area where we've got some more loot in as well. we've actually filled up on our loot already. So, your Dark Zone bag. We do need to quickly check our bag. Hopefully no enemies come. Because we've just filled up. Bring up our bag. Go into DZ. We're on 9 out of 9. Lots of purple gear and a blue. I'm going to get rid of that blue one. We can dismantle that. Get it out of our bag. And we got all those purple things. So we'll keep all the purple stuff for now. And that's just another blue one that we're picking up. And we can loot it all, or we can just... If there's like multiple items here, you'd be able to just click on what you wanted to take out. So there's another section here, which is contaminated. We got another box in here to open. My hazard thing at the bottom reset because I was out of these for long enough. So coming back in here now started at 0%, which was good. And there's a lot of purple stuff now. We got a backpack, got fire. So we want to kind of manage this quickly. We're going to get rid of the blue item again that we had. We'll dismantle that. And I'm probably going to get rid of, chipsets I'm interested in right now. I'm going to get rid of the mask. And I'm also going to get rid of the holster. I'm going to discard them. And then that's going to enable me to pick up what's on the floor here. We'll be able to loot all if we want, or just click what we want. And our bag's full again. Now, we should extract right now. We've got 12 minutes on the clock. But if we bring up the map, we do have a landmark nearby, which we're also going to hit. So we've got this landmark here. It's a challenging one at the sports store. You can see the key rewards there. There's some regular rewards from it as well. We can track that, and we can take on the sports store. So as we're right next to it, we're going to give that a go. And we're right next to an extraction as well. There's another bag to loot here. And here we go. So just like on Division 1, it's practically the Division 1 Dark Zone, just not all of it. I used to always like taking this one on from going in this door here. There's also up the stairs where you can do it as well, but this isn't a bad position to take this on. You get some nice cover. Gotta watch those enemies round the right. Got that sniper up there as well that we need to be careful of. These aren't gonna be as hard as the open world boss that we did, the DZ boss, DZ leader. But still, you got to give it a bit of respect. And I think there's one more enemy up top. We might get additional spawns on this, though. We're on 5 waves to do this. That was wave 1. Got wave 2 coming in now. Got 10-minute warning. We're going to need to go down a level for these, I think. Okay, next wave is it? Wave 3? Or still classed as wave 2. There we go, wave 3. They're now up above.
Hey, I'm gonna make you bleed.
got a purple item there.
Stop hiding, coward!
Serious trauma detected.
We just got hit by a sniper.
Serious trauma detected.
Snipers are absolute nightmare. They hit you so hard if you miss them. Could have given you a signal though, like that they're about to shoot. But nearly cost us. Are they downstairs? I think they are downstairs. Or are they upstairs?
Stop hiding, coward!
I think they're up. Yeah, they're up.
Serious trauma detected.
Okay, last wave.
You're surrounded, loser.
Can we get over there? Yeah.
I see you.
Serious trauma detected.
Oh, we don't want to die. We don't want to die. We're in a bad position here. That was close. We were one shot. And there we go. Cleared. And we get the Dark Zone reward for that, or the landmark reward for that. So another chipset. I should have enough time just to quickly go into my bag and dismantle. We'll get rid of the chest piece. And then I want to get that chipset out. That's what we're after, mainly, I think. So we're going to get that chipset out there. And yeah, we just cleared a landmark. We did a open world DZ boss as well. There's some more loot we can get up here. But I'm looking at the time now. We really need to think about getting out of here. I got another firmware. Oh boy. We're going to leave that because of time. So let's get out of here. We've done some good looting. We got some good items. So now we want to get it out. So we're going to run to an extraction. It automatically marks an extraction for us, which is close by. It's just across the road. We're going to head straight here. There's going to be enemies guarding this extraction as well.
Let's get these fuckers. Got you covered.
So what we just did there, it should be easy. I didn't mean to click that. I was meant to reload. So the good thing is, a little trick, if you just get the extraction in like that, it'll clear the initial enemies that are there and send the next wave. But be careful, you don't want to die while you're doing it. So we're called in the chopper now, we're going to have to defend the extraction against ads and potential PvP. Like if there's anyone else in the server right now, they'll see you're extracting. They might want to try and come and rob your loot. You can also turn things like sentry turrets on. So when you do this, it is going to cost you some of that in Dark Zone currency, but turret's been activated. That'll work with me at this point. We're going to attach our loot to the rope. This will have like a countdown now. There's a minute where it's going to be dangling there, as you're used to if you played the Dark Zone on a Division. This will give other players an opportunity to cut the rope and rob your loot. So you kind of want to guard your rope to make sure nobody does that. But once it's out, it is yours. I think once it's out, even if I was... Oh, I've run out of ammo. That's not ideal. I do have a secondary weapon now. Oh, it's an ammo restock here, thankfully. Yeah, once that's out, it's out. I think if I was to die after that, I'm fine, because I've got the loot out. But generally, what I do is once I get the loot out, I get straight out, because I take it to the wire. But I guess if you were to loot something you really wanted to early in your run, you've got the option to get it out and then carry on your run then with knowing that that's extracted and that is safe. So now it's ready for me to jump on. This took my loot. And I could stay in if I wanted to, or I could get out. But we're going to get out. We've got 2 minutes 20 left on the clock there. So we might as well just get out. And that's a successful Dark Zone run. We get this end scene here of us getting on the chopper and getting out of there. And it's hands down my favorite activity in the game. I love doing this. It seems very rewarding as well. Some good loot drops. So out of that, we got the 2 different currencies there. So we got more currency to spend when we're in the Dark Zone. We got more currency to spend while we're out. There's some Dark Zone feats that popped up. We got enemy leader killed and whatnot, and it showed us all the loot that we got. Now, once we got out, the loot doesn't go directly onto your character. You do need to go to the base of operations, and you need to claim your loot. So when you go to the base, there's a stash here. You can click on the stash, and this is where your loot is going to be at. So you'll go here and it'll show you all of your items in the package, what you've just extracted. So a whole purple bag. We got chipsets there we're looking for. We got a couple of weapons as well, and we got that chest piece also. So we're going to claim all that. That's then going to go into our inventory, and we're now able to use it as we were. That is basically the Dark Zone on the Division Resurgence. It's a super fun activity, and as the game goes live and I'm not in early access, it's going to get very, very tense as well, with more players being in there, potentially going rogue on you, you wanting to go rogue on other players to rob their loot. The full-on Division Dark Zone experience, and I love it. It's really good. But that's how the Dark Zone works on Resurgence. If you got any questions whatsoever, post them down below in the comment section. I'll answer them for you. And yeah, hope the video has been helpful. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe as always, and check out the video description for my Resurgence playlist with loads more videos in there and video guides for all sorts of content in this game. Until next time, thank you for watching and take care.